How to start and scale your music coaching business. I actually cannot believe I'm about to give away all of this value in this video for completely free, but I want to. I have been enjoying making videos on YouTube now, and I think this is going to bring you a lot of value. So, first of all, this is really going to be, I would say, three parts to how we're going to break this down. Okay. And I've got a graph. I'm going to show you I got a whole whiteboard with a bunch of examples, but this is really my 3-part system for starting and scaling your music coaching business. Now, a couple of questions you might be asking yourself would be, number one, why should I listen to this guy? Well, my name's Lee. I've been doing music for about 14 years, rapper, music producer, audio engineer, and now music business coach. I scaled my own music coaching business from zero to $20,000 a month in 7 months, and I was $25,000 in credit card debt when I started it. So when it comes to starting and scaling a music business, working with artists, by the way, I think I know a couple of things. I was teaching recording artists how to produce their own music. It was a very niche offer. Most recording artists don't want to learn how to produce, and the very few that do, most of them are broke as fuck. But from that market, I was able to create an amazing business, work with some incredible clients in Rapid Fire Music Academy, and build something special. Now what I do is I help expert musicians start and scale their own businesses. And the second question you might be asking yourself is, why would I want to do a coaching business? Let me tell you a story. End of 2022, I hire a mentor. I pay him $3,000 to teach me how to market my music, because at the time I was all in on being an artist, and I was like, I want to build my artist brand. Like, that's what I want to do. By the way, married to my beautiful wife, Erica. Anyway, still married to her. I want to clarify that. But yeah, so 2022, I'm working with this mentor, and he teaches me how to run Facebook Messenger ads. Who the fuck runs Facebook Messenger ads? But I was like, sure, I'll try whatever. I'm running Facebook Messenger ads, and it's working. I'm getting fans to send me messages to want to hear my music. And I was by the way, I'm kind of sick. So I'm going to be periodically taking sippies of water. Anyway, I'm converting these fans into paying customers of my CDs. It's crazy. Like crazy. Like, what? And I'm like, damn, this is dope. People are buying my $9 CD, and I'm starting to see something happen. But I wanted money fast. I'm all about fast money. And if you're one of those people who's like, patience, the build, good things take time. No. Money and success love speed. And it's actually easier to make money faster than it is to make it slower. So if you're of the mindset that good things take time and Rome wasn't built in a day and all that, trust me, you're completely wrong. I promise. I live this every day. And rich people don't make money slow. They like to, well, some do, but I know rich people who make money fast and they keep it forever. They like people, we like to get money, we get it. Okay. So anyway, so I'm selling these CDs for $9. And my mentor at that time was like, Lee, you know what? You should really, he was the second person who told me this. You should get into coaching. You should build a high ticket coaching program. And I was like, bro, no, that is super corny. I don't want to do that. I want to be a rap star. I want to I want to do my own thing. Like, I'm not trying to do all that. He goes, no, like, seriously, you have everything it takes. Like, you are a coach. I had been coaching basketball for over 10 years. He's like, you can coach. You have the personality for it. You have what it takes. Like, trust me, you should start a high ticket coaching business. And I'm like, bro, no, miss me with all that. I'm not trying to do that. I'm a rapper. I'm trying to do this rap shit. He goes, okay, let me explain something to you. How much are you selling your CDs for? I said $9. He goes, yeah, what if you could sell one person for $3,000? And I was like, ooh. I was like, He's like, don't you want to get to 10K a month fast? I was like, kinda. I kind of do. He's like, dude, you only need like 4 people. 4 people at 3K is 12K, a little bit of profit, or a little bit of ad spend, you'll profit. You'll probably be making around 8 to 10K a month. And I was like, I was like, yeah, but like, what the heck would I teach people? Like, what do I know? He's like, well, you've got a lot of skills. You can produce. Like, I know how to rap, but I know how to write, record, make beats, mix and master, play piano. Like, I do all of that. I was like, yeah, I know how to do that. He's like, dude, you know how to market your music. Look, you're selling CDs for $9. You could teach music marketing. I was like, yeah, but I wasn't making a living selling CDs. He's like, okay, so maybe not that, but you know how to produce. There's tons of recording artists who want to learn how to produce music. That's not a B2B offer, it's B2C. You could do a B2C offer, business to consumer, teach people how to produce. I was like, you know what? I had that idea. And it's funny that he had mentioned that because long time before that, around 2018, I had read Russell Brunson's book, Expert Secrets, which basically, it's one of the best books in marketing ever. But Expert Secrets teaches you how to take the information in your mind and build a business out of it. And at that time when I read that book, I thought I could teach people how to produce their own music, I bet. So anyway, fast forward 2022, I'm like, you know what? I'll do it. And I ended up scaling that business. I was $25,000 in credit card debt, maxed out. And I still was able to build that business to $20,000 per month and double the business the next year. And so if you're wondering, why should you start a coaching business? Look, I actually don't care if you want to start one, dope. I mean, we're 6.5 minutes in. So at this point, if you're still here, you probably want to start one. But if you're kind of on the fence, like, why should I start a coaching business? Dude, because it's fucking fun. Like, I love having a coaching business. Coaching is dope. I impact people's lives beyond, I could never have imagined the amount of impact I've made on some of my clients. Like, dude, some of my clients have been like, you changed my life. Can you imagine how many, and they paid me. Imagine getting paid, people paying you thousands and thousands of dollars and being like, you changed my life. There's no better feeling. There's no better feeling in the world. And if you're watching this right now and you're a music producer, dude, do you know how hard it is to get paid $3, $4, $5 from one human to fully produce? You can do it. You can do it. Like 100%, bro. 100% you can do it. One of my clients, Ann, she does $10K a month. She's had multiple clients pay her, but it's over time. I'm talking about one transaction and the first transaction, right? $10,000. Dude, I've paid more than that for coaching because it's transformational and it's such an impact. And so if you're a producer and you have these expertise, bro, like doing a coaching program would be great. You can still make music. Dude, there's no better. I'm not even going to sit here and just keep convincing you on how to start. Like, now we're 8 minutes in. Like, I want to get to the sauce. But I just wanted to help you understand, like, if you have a coaching business, you can make an impact, change lives, and have a ton of fun. A ton of fun. You're not trading your time for money anymore. You're having a transformational offer. And the thing is, you're separating yourself. Like, yeah, there's always going to be a coach in your space, but like, you're separating yourself. So as a music producer, instead of, I'm going to sell custom production, I'm going to sell beats, I'm going to sell mixing, I'm going to sell mastering. Instead of that, I said, I'm going to teach recording artists how to produce music. I'm not in the music producer game anymore at that point. Think about it. I'm not in the music producer game. Now I'm like above. I'm serving the same market, but I'm changing their lives and getting more money from it. So the video wasn't meant to just convince you to do one. I'm just explaining why it's so great. So let's actually get into the meat and potatoes. Like, now we got some stuff to talk about, right? So let's get into it. So what I want to do first is I want to walk you through my process, which I call the music social funnel. And so it's really simple how it works. At the top of the funnel, you're going to target people with paid ads. We're going to look into all of this stuff here on the right, but you're going to target people with paid ads, right? Which is scalable growth. You're going to nurture people with content, which, dude, this, honestly, bro, this is the freaking key right here. That middle of funnel, bro, so key. You're going to convert people through DMs, Zoom calls, and getting paid, and then you're going to deliver a service that you're excited about. Now, just so you know, none of this works unless you have a high ticket offer. I'm going to make I already made a video about this, actually. I made a video on my YouTube channel called How to Create a High Ticket Offer, but I think I'm going to make another one. But this is how like the marketing and the system would work. So let's go over here and let me like show you some examples. So at the top of the funnel, you have a video, and mine right now is actually a 7-second reel. It's like really simple. But I can show you other ones, other examples. And basically you have an Instagram video that attracts cold audiences. So let me show you an example of one. Right? So this is an example of a video I've run. Now, you don't need to make an ad exactly like that. Like I have other ads. I'll go into it another time. But I have other ads where it's talking head. And then that's what grabs people's attention. Now you're going to be like, oh, is that 2 different Instagram accounts? Yeah. So let me, what really prompted me to make this video, I'm going to be honest with you. Let me show you. So what prompted me to actually make this video was, and I made another video about this, but whenever, this is my main account, Leezy the Gifted. Obviously you can see I got a lot of followers there. I built my whole brand, my whole business on this account. But right now, whenever somebody tries to follow my account, this comes up. Basically saying, hey, beware, this person might be spam. So my types of ads that I run are boost post. So that's where you go to a post. Let me see if I can find an example. Boosting a post, simple, where you go to a video. Let's use this one as an example. Can I use this one? Oh, I'm on the wrong account. Idiot. Here we go. So let's say I can't do that one. Can I do that one? Yeah. Say we boost a post, right? So that's how I was getting followers. However, if we go back to that post I was showing you, whenever someone tries to follow my account, they get hit with this person might be spam. I wanted to show it to you. So I'm sitting here being like, all right, I'm not going to sit here and keep letting this happen. So I basically have another account. I got a backup account and totally fine with it. Totally fine with it. And I made a whole video talking about why I started this. I'm going to use my main Leezy the Gifted, but I'm now running follow ads here on the Lee Nathan Litvin account, growing it. Just yesterday I had 800 followers. Now I got 848. So already 50 followers in a day. See what I mean? Off just one ad, which is, where is it? This one. This is the ad right here. Right? I think I'm only spending 30 a day for now, but literally, bro, tomorrow I'm about to rip hell ads. Tomorrow I'm going to start spending 100 a day. So my point being, I'm going to keep going in the video, but what prompted me to want to make this video was I was sitting here and it's felt like, because I'm on this new account, I feel like I'm starting over in a way. Because I was like, dude, there are so many thousands of people, literally tens of thousands of people that follow me here that I know, love, and trust, that I know them, and they're not following me here. And I'm like, dude, they might never follow. They might miss me completely. Right? So I was like kind of freaking out, but I was like, dude, Lee, you don't even need all that. Like you can start over, and this is all you need. So I would say, obviously you need your Instagram, one ad, which I can't go into every single thing in this video. We'd be here for hours. And obviously, bro, that's for like what my paid clients pay me for too. But I have videos showing all of this, but how to actually make an effective follow ad. I don't recommend starting with a 7-second reel. So you have a video that you boost that brings people to your profile. Now you can see my profiles, bro, they're optimized. Even my account, this one only has 850 followers, but it's like, I've got a good bio. I've got highlights. I'm going to add way more highlights. I've got good looking content. Look, like my story, 20K a month. My client hit 10K a month. It's like, okay, this dude's somewhat legit, right? The other thing is content, right? Really simple. You want to have content. These are just a couple of examples of content that I have, but like you want to have content of you talking. You want to have content of your face. You don't need to go viral. But bro, again, I keep thinking of like more video ideas, but I want to make a video, content ideas. That'd be really fun, but, that'd be a good idea. But yeah, so you need to have a content strategy that's effective. I would say if you're just starting out, I would say just post 3 times a week. I don't think that's like effectively going to get you to 7 figures, but you can get to 6 figures posting 3 times a week. You honestly can, especially if you're working a job right now. If you're super busy with a bunch of other stuff, like content's super important, but what's more important than volume, and this is by the way, this is completely opposite of what everyone else says. But I live this shit, and you can listen to whoever you want. I really don't care. But when I first started my music coaching business, I was working 3 jobs at the same time: coffee shop, basketball training, social media for realtors. I took 9 days off within 6 months, bro. I was grinding, right? And I'll be honest with you, I was like, dude, I'm not. And I was sending 50 cold DMs a day. I didn't have money for ads. So you have to understand, bro, in my mind, I was like, bro, I'm not about to post 7 days a week on Instagram. Like, I don't have the time, and it's not effective. I don't need it. So just post 3 times a week, but you do need to have a content strategy. You got to be posting. The other thing I would say, I don't think is necessarily a need, but a giant advantage is if you got a VSL, a video sales letter. So effectively, a video sales letter is basically explaining your offer. It's explaining, like, I could have another video about a video sales letter, but it's effectively explaining what it is you do. Like, who you are, who this is and is not for, the pillars of your framework, sprinkle in client results, and talk about what you do. It's a long form video on YouTube. Okay. So that's kind of like the middle of funnel, is like content on your Instagram, obviously Instagram stories, of course, that's a huge part of it. As well as a video sales letter on YouTube. So if you check my account, I threw up a bunch of stories today. I just blasted client results today. I just blasted all my client results so that I could have like my highlights here. These are like all my music business clients who I'm helping to make money. But then like right here, link in bio, from 25K in debt to 20K a month, and it takes you straight to YouTube, right to the VSL. Right? By the way, I'm going to make another one more updated, but so that's the middle of the funnel. And the other thing you got to have some social proof. You got to have some kind of social proof / credibility. I think by the way, I'm going to interrupt real quick. I think there's a difference between social proof and credibility. Don't know why. I just think there is. Credibility is your own result. So for me, my credibility is, I'm struggling. My credibility, wow, that felt so much better. My credibility is I built my music coaching business to $20,000 a month serving artists. Social proof is I helped other people do it. Make sense? So you got to have social proof. Like, and these are just a few examples, but I've got a bunch of different social proof. My client Ange, 10K a month. Noah, music coaching business, right? He got 2 sales. Chris, he had said like, this has changed my life. Dude, Chris is so cool. Such a great guy. Got his first 3K client. Gabe spent like, what was it? 422 on ads, made 1250. Omito Beats launched his coaching program and he got his first client. So you have to have some social proof. If you have no social proof, then you can have credibility. You know what I'm saying? So what I mean by that is like, let's say I'm just going to give a crazy example. Let's say you're a music producer and you've got 13 million streams. I got a buddy who's got 13 million streams. You could start but you have never helped anybody else like produce their own music. like my boy, I'll give Corey. His name's Corey. best. I'm gonna give him a huge shout out. Let me find him. Best producer in the game. It isn't even close to me. He's the best music producer in the game. I helped him with his follow ad. He's starting to get paying clients as a custom producer. I don't think he wants to start a coaching program, but if he did, he'd be like, hey, I've got 13 million streams. Let's say he started a program teaching music producers how to produce better music and get 13 million streams. So he hasn't helped other producers get streams, so he doesn't have the social proof, but he has credibility. He's got 13 million streams. look at this video, is getting hella social proof. Obviously, we helped him out. The guy makes insanely great music. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he's got credibility. And his social proof comes in the form of his clients. So he has that. So he does have social proof in a way. You know what I mean? So the last part is the bottom of the funnel. This is where it gets really, to me, exciting. So what happens is when you get new followers, you shoot everybody a DM. Send everybody a DM. Hey, name. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for the follow. How's everything with your music going? Right? Something simple like that. Then you want to go by qualifying people. So when you're in the DMs with people, it's asking them a few simple questions. Like, where are you currently at? What are your goals? What's the challenge of you getting to your goals? Why are you looking for help right now? We cover the current. We know what they're struggling with. We know their goals, what they're struggling with, and why they want help right now. And during the current, when you're asking them, like, where are you currently at? That can be where you start to qualify them financially. Because you don't want to hop on calls with brokies. You absolutely do not want to hop on calls with brokies. Just like with me, like with my coaching business now, where I'm helping music producers make money. And also, by the way, the reason I'm doing this video, this is so real and authentic, but I might pivot to only helping people start coaching businesses. Meaning I might help musicians start coaching businesses. Because what I've been doing is I've been helping music producers make money as custom producers. Like Ange, like she produces music for other people. But Noah, coach. Chris, coach. Omido, coach. And I have another client, Sean Morris. I didn't put him on here. But he got 2 coaching clients in a week, both for $1,000 each. He's a piano coach. I've got other clients that I've helped outside of music that are coaches. And I've helped them get really far and get to 10K a month too. So point is, I might start helping and just say, I'm helping musicians start coaching businesses. That might be my next thing. It might be the thing I'm doing now. But you want to qualify people. So for me, like, if you're going to start a coaching business, like, dude, I'm teaching you paid ads. I'm not teaching you how to cold DM and post organic content. That's stupid. So I can't take on a client if you don't have money. Also, I can't take you if you have money because you're not going to be able to pay me, and I'm not working for free. So I have financial qualifiers. I ask right now, hey, where are you currently at in your coaching business? How much are you trying to make in your coaching business? Or how much are you making in your coaching business now? How much are you spending a month in your coaching business, right? If you're a producer, how much do you make a month with music? Well, what are you spending a month to market yourself? Things like that. After that, Calendly. You can actually have, like, literally you can have a free account. I have a paid one. I think the paid one's completely worth it. But dude, you have Calendly, Zoom to take your sales calls, pre-record those or make it so that you're recording them, and then you take money on the call. Now, this is how I was able to get people to pay 3 to 5K. I'm talking about artists, bro. Artists. All right? This is how I was getting artists to pay me 3 to 5K each. This is how I was able to get to 20K a month, again, working with artists. And I wanted to actually break numbers down for you, and I know why I put these here. I put these here because I wanted to break some numbers down. So, hold on. Here's what we're going to do. So, 23.3K. Okay? Here's the exact breakdown of that month. Let me show you. Let me make it a little smaller. We'll zoom in. So, here's exactly what happened. So, in this month, I think, and I'm going to do round numbers so I don't exactly remember, but to my remembrance, this is what it was. 2K followers, right? $2,900 ad spend. And guess how many clients? You won't even believe how many clients I got. 6 clients. What does that mean? Well, if we do the math, 6 divided by 2,000 is, move the decimal 2 places. 1, 2. Wait. 1, 2. 0.03%. Is that right? 1, 2, 0. Oh, I did 20,000. I was like, wait, that number seemed a little small. 0.2. So 0.3%. 0.3% conversion. Now you might look at this and I hope that there is an expert marketer watching this being like, dude, your conversion sucks. You should be able to convert 1%. I sure hope so, but here's what I'll tell you. I spent $2,900 and made $23,000. Right? So 23.3K divided by 2,900, that is an 8x return on ad spend. 8x return on ad spend. That's a lot. So if someone's like, oh, dude, your conversion rate sucks, I'm like, yeah? Says who? Looks pretty damn good to me. That means that 99.7% didn't buy. That's the way this works. And 2,900 divided by 30 is, I was spending just about 100-ish a day. I was probably spending 100. That was the actual numbers. So that's how this stuff boils down in this kind of a process. You know what I mean? That's how this kind of stuff works. It's a numbers game. And just to kind of wrap this video up, this is why I'm so hard up on paid ads specifically. Because that kind of thing cannot happen organically. It could. I've talked to a couple of people, I'm not going to mention their names, but I talked to a couple of heavy hitters in music who are doing 20, 30 grand a month organically, which is pretty dope. But it is so hard to do that. Like, they've both been in this for they've both been grinding on the organic game for hella long. One of them's a producer, a vocal producer, and one of them's a music marketer. And I was like, yo, you guys are both crushing it. They're like, yeah, but like, it's not scalable. The process I'm showing is hella scalable. I'm fine with it. I'm like, yeah. And it builds your audience. That's what's super cool. So I hope you found this video valuable in any way, shape, or form, because I really want to urge you to really consider, if you have mastered your skills in music, whether that's singing, songwriting, recording, producing, mixing, mastering, playing piano, playing guitar, playing bass. Maybe you're an expert music marketer. Maybe you're hella good at music marketing and you're like, dude, maybe you run a music marketing agency. I've seen a lot of people who do really cool Spotify music marketing agencies making less than 10 grand a month. I'm like, how? You actually know how to market on Spotify? Yeah, we get hundreds of thousands of streams for our clients. I'm like, dude, you're not making 10 grand a month? How are you you're not making 100,000 a month? You do music marketing. That's crazy. If you have a skill and you've got 10 plus years of experience in that skill and you're not making 10, 20, 30 grand a month, you just don't have the system. Now, you might be spinning your wheels on lessons, hourly rates. You might still be doing studio time. You might still be selling beats online. You might still be doing a bunch of that other stuff. But dude, like, I'm telling you, like, this coaching thing, like, bro, it is such a beautiful journey. It's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful experience. It's such a fun and fulfilling experience. And you get paid a lot. You get paid a lot. And you get to live a really dope life. And I'm not saying my life is better than yours type shit, you know, whatever. Like, it is what it is. I love my life. Hopefully you love yours. But I'll show you a couple of things here. Let me show you this trip. Like, I have this thing I do called Leezy's Life. Epic trip to LA as a 6-figure music producer. I went and visited my boy in LA, Corey. This is my boy Corey I was telling you about. You know what I mean? It's cool, bro. You want to know something really dope? All of this trip, car rental, all the food, everything we did, it's all a tax write-off. It's all a tax write-off because I make money with music. That was a music trip, a legitimate music trip. I met with clients there. I created music and that was a tax write-off right there. Reflecting on life. That was on that trip. I had this other, me and my wife, just 2 months before, me and my wife went to LA for July 4th, saw Corey again. I went to Austin, Texas for a retreat to meet up with a bunch of other 6- and 7-figure entrepreneurs. Tax write-off. My wife and I went to Europe. We went to Italy and London for 2 weeks. That was not a tax write-off. That was pleasure, right? This trip, I went to Florida, hung out with my boy Austin, my mentor, bro. And we had a fucking blast, right? Look, this one, me and my wife went on a camping trip. Me and my dad, we went on a little day trip. We went kayaking and shit was lit. So it's like you get to. This was on a Friday, by the way, of all time. This is on a Friday. I take Fridays off, dog. Look, let me show you something. This is my real calendar. I'm gonna end this video because I'm like really ranting. My calendar's pretty empty this week, but look at my Fridays, bro. So empty. I know this week's about to be filling up, but bro, it's great. Like when you get to run a business like this, so profitable, so fun, so fulfilling. So I hope you got some value out of the video, and I hope it shifted some beliefs, and hope it changed your perspective. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.